Hey guys, so as you know, in Football Manager, especially Football Manager 2023, it's I think harder than ever to get one of those A ratings or A plus ratings from either the board or the supporters. I'm not quite sure what's happened in the game, but for some reason, Sports Interactive has made it a lot more difficult than it used to be to get stellar ratings. If you'll recall from my Yenbian FC save, I think we won like 50 something matches in a row, and we barely got like a B minus from the board. I mean, it was pretty pathetic. But here so far in the PanSa East FC portion of the Hexagon Challenge, we are doing fairly well. We'll take a quick look over here at Club Vision, and we'll look at our performance. And as you can see here, it's an A plus from the board and an A plus from the supporters. The board feels that we are doing an unbelievable job and that we are the right manager for the job. They're ecstatic with the progress made towards realizing the club's vision and couldn't be happier with the work. The fans are also extraordinarily happy with the club vision, and they could not be happier with the job that we're doing. And there's some interesting things to note here, including that the fans gave us an A minus for transfers. I'll start with that one first, right? So our performance in the transfer market has been non-existent. I mean, the only things that we did is we released 3 guys because we couldn't make any transfers in. The reason why we couldn't make any transfers in is because we don't have transfers turned on. This is one of the sort of facets of this game that leads me to question whether something isn't fundamentally broken. So we can't bring any players in on transfers because I turned off the first transfer window. We released 3 guys who were poor players, and the board or the supporters apparently were delighted that they were released, and so gave me an A minus in transfers, which is crazy. Matches are B and B minus, which is usually what you see here. I mean, they don't really care. We won a lot of matches, so what? Right? I mean, apparently they want us to do something more. They're concerned with the number of goals that our formation is giving up. I'm not so sure if that is actually because of the tactics or if it's because of the players. I mean, our good defenders are not in here. I would blame Atu actually more than anybody else. I don't think that he's such a great goalkeeper, but the game thinks that he is. And they're pleased that we have players in good form. I mean, whatever. Now, the club vision part is probably the interesting part here. So we can see a little bit of the club vision here on this screen. This is part of that Mustermann skin. So they wanted us to finish mid-table. We are first in the league, and we are going to have a better than mid-table finish. In fact, we're going to have a top half finish in this league. We've already clinched that. And perhaps that's part of the reason why, because we were a season in advance. But, I mean, seriously, is that really all that impressive? I mean, like, this is a league with 11 clubs, right? Like, I mean, there's a pretty good chance that we're going to finish top half. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. Like, you know, and that's the only thing that they seem to care about. So whatever. Anyway, yeah, that's the only transfer activity that we have. The club atmosphere is excellent. We have average managerial support for me, who has like nothing, you know, no experience, nothing like that. Everybody's happy with Maele, of course, since he's one of the best players in the league, and Peyton Milani is another one of the best players in the league. Interesting that the fans think that Corey Nordy is doing okay, but they're unsure he deserves his current standing in the squad after his 6.98 average rating. And when we go look at his form has been, I mean, it was excellent before. It still has been fairly good, pretty consistent. He hasn't had any really bad starts. I'm not quite sure what their concern is. It might have to do with how frequently he's being played. Yeah, he's getting squad player playing time, although his agreed playing time was future prospects, so maybe that's what they're concerned about. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, overall, we're doing well. Everybody seems to be very, very happy. The board is happy. The fans are happy. We keep winning. And if you haven't seen this yet, we are clearly in first place. We have 6 more matches to go in this season. We haven't clinched quite yet. We're going to clinch I think we clinch a number 1 or number 2 finish with one more win. And then after that, we sort of see what happens. Now, another thing that might be playing into their happiness over how we're doing is when you look at the season preview, even now, we're picked to finish 5th, right, instead of finishing first, which we're pretty clearly going to do. So, I mean, that might have something to do with it. It may be just that they're happy that we're doing better than, anybody thought that we would. I don't know what the reason is. But for one reason or another, the board and the fans think that we're doing an A-plus job. So, I don't know if you know what the secret is, if you know how this is calculated and what goes into it, let me know. Otherwise, I just have to say that we just got luck of the draw, I guess. I don't know, man. Talk to you later. Bye.